Walter,
Yeah, what happened? I was on the Zoom. What happened? Nothing.
I'm here.
I was on.
I'm on the Zoom too. I don't see anybody.
Yeah, I just switched off because I didn't see you.
I'm here.
Okay, so now I gotta stop because I'm driving and I've got to put on, but I just
Okay.
cancelled it. Give me 1 minute. I'll try to put off and over to the
Okay.
second. I was waiting and then I figured out, okay, I didn't call you. Okay.
No, I
let
just
me go.
had to come downstairs.
Okay, let me call you. Okay, bye. I'll try to get on again.
Okay.
Bye.
Nobody's running at 6. Now good time.
Hi, hi, Walter. Okay. We're on Kuf Ches Amid Aleph. Rabbi Bar Nachman Havakazal Ba'arba. Rabbi Bar Nachman was traveling by boat. Chazahu Abed Koya Gudinar. He saw a forest. We learned yesterday that you're supposed to cut down trees right next to a river to allow for loading and unloading. So he saw that there was a forest coming right up next to the river. Amr Luhu Deman. Who does this belong to? Amr Le Rabbi Bar Avuna. He was told it belonged to Rabbi Bar Avuna. Amr Rabbi Bar Av Nachman. Vayada Sorim Vasaganim Haisa B'Mola Zerishoma. This Talmid Chacham is not acting halacha. Amr Lu Koitzu Koitzu. He told him cut it. Also, Rabbi Bar Avuna, who owned it, and he came in Ashkechei de Kayetz, he found that his forest had been cut down. Man Katzion, he said, who cut it down? Whoever cut it down, Tikot's Anfei. His, like his wings should be cut from under him. It's a klala. And anytime a Talmid Chacham makes a gzeira, can't take it away. Kulu shanid Rabbi Ravuna lo ikim leIsrael Rabbi Rav Nachman. While Rabbi Rav Huna was alive, the children of Bar Rav Nachman all died while he was alive. When they're collecting in the city to build a wall around the city, so you collect even from your soul. Alva Rabbanan lo, the Talmidei Chachamim don't have to pay. My time, a Rabbanan lo tzrichen et tirusa. The Chachamim don't benefit from the wall around the city. The Torah protects them. But the Kaya de Pasya of Afilim Rabbanan to dig a river or a spring to drink water, then you take taxes from the Chachamim. They need to drink water. As long as we're not talking about people going out to actually dig the wells themselves, they just pay. So the Talmidei Chachamim pay. But if they're going to draft the people of the city to work, the Chachamim don't have to go. It's bizoyon for Talmidei Chachamim to be part of a chain gang like that. Amr Rav Yehuda l'chayid Nara, that they would periodically dredge a river, dig it deeper. Tatoy misoy iloi. Those that lived below on the river, they help the people living upriver. Tatoy Masai Loi, but Eloi Lo Masai Tatoy. The people upriver don't have to help the bottom ones, because they don't really benefit from it, because it's going to flow downriver. It's the opposite when they're digging deeper in order to get rid of rainwater. The people living on the top of the river, the Elyonim, are more interested in that. So there, the Tachtoni don't have to help the upper people. You have gardens that are being irrigated from one stream, one spring, and it's not producing water. Everybody helps. The spring starts from the top, everyone has to help dig it. The lower on the field, the person who's on the lowest down, he has to work with everybody above him. You have 5 courtyards that have been filled with rainwater, and they drain the gutter got filled up. There, water flows downhill, so you have to fix the lower, and everybody helps the lower person. And that follows the Pshat of Rabbi Yehuda. Amar Shmuel Hayman da Achzik Barakta Dinara. Whoever holds land on the riverbank, and normally we said it was left open so people can load and unload. So it's almost like hefker. So somebody who's chatzifa havi, somebody who was chutzpahdik and planted there, slukilo misakinan le. He's chutzpahdik, but you can't get rid of him because it's like a mokum hefker. But today, the Persians, when they write a deed, who buys a piece of land next to the river, says you own this until the middle of the river, until it gets to the neck of a horse. So if somebody tries to squat in an open area near the river, we throw him out. Somebody has land in between 2 brothers or between 2 partners. He's chutzpahdik, but slukila misakinan, but you can't get rid of him. Rav Nachman no, you can get rid of him because it causes damage to the neighbor. V'imishum dina de bar metzra. If they had fields next to that piece of land, from a different side, lo mislakinan lay, just based on the din of the bar metzra, we wouldn't get rid of him. But nardai amri, afilu mishum din of the bar metzra mislakinan lay. No, din of the bar metzra is when is the person who lives next door has first rights of refusal if the land is going to be sold. And here also, they could have a field next door to one of their fields. Mishum shenemar vasisa yosher vatov b'nei Hashem. The person should be forced to do vasisa yosher. So based on this, also imlich bey, somebody comes to ask advice. Ormele Ezel Izvin. And he asked one of the owners of this field, should I buy it? Ormele Zil Zavum. And the advice is go buy it, and I won't say anything. Does he have to have a kinyan with that agreement or not? Or just promising is enough? Ravina Amar Lo tzricha lemikdamine. But now you need to make a kinyan. Now, when you ask for advice and he says buy it, and in order to, you have to have a kinyan. If he did make a kinyan, Iyakar, if it got more expensive, Zol B'Shusei, it belongs to the person who, the guy who has the rights of the bar mitzvah, the one who owns the field next to it. He has first rights because there was no kinyan made with the guy who wanted to buy it. Now, Zavin b'me'ah v'shavin mason. If the guy who bought it for $100, but it was worth $200, chazina. Ilakula amakom muzilo mizabin. If he would have sold it to everybody with that price, so yoav le'me'ah v'shakalei. So he gives the other 100, and he can take it. V'ilo yoav le'masa v'shakalei. If it's only because he did it toiva, but he would have charged 200 to everybody else, then he has to give 200. The opposite. Zavin b'masim v'shavin may, he paid 200, it was worth 100. Svor minei, we might have thought motzi omerlei, the guy that gave advice to buy it can say, listen, you gave me bad advice because I'm paying double. But Amarle Makshisha Breda Rav Chizda, the Ravashi Hochi Amin Ardoi, Eino Inola Karkos. There's no overpricing or underpricing when it comes to land. The person will overpay for a piece of land because of location. So there is no concept that he paid more than a price. Zovan le garyo da arab mitzinachse. He sold 5,000 square amas in the middle of his other fields. And he's surrounded, right? The seller owns fields all around. Chazina. Is it good land? Is it bad land? So if it is Zvina Zvini, the Bnei Meitzar of the seller cannot prevent the sale. The Ilo Ierumi Kamarin. If it's not a special quality of land, the Bnei Meitzar can prevent the guy from selling it because of the rights of first refusal. Matana lesba mishum din bar mitzvah. Somebody who gives a piece of land as a gift, the neighbor can't stop the sale, can't stop the gift. The din of the bar mitzvah doesn't override a gift. If the one who gave the gift gave him a shtar achrayus, a guarantee that he would pay him money if it was taken away, then the bar mitzvah has the right to get it first, because it looks like it's like a sale. So then he can remember the bar mitzvah has the first rights of refusal if it's been sold. Machar kol nechosav lecha. A person sold all of his assets to one person. So again, it's an exception to les mishum din bar mitzvah. The bar mitzvah cannot be ma'aked that piece of land. Zavin minachri v'zavin lenachri. If the piece of land was bought from a goy or sold to a goy, also les mishum din bar mitzvah. The bar mitzvah cannot interfere. Now, zavin minachri, if he bought it from a goy, the omerlei ari avrechei l'cha mitzvah. Listen, it's good that I bought it. I got rid of the goy. Better that you have a neighbor Yisrael and without a goy. Zavin linach, if it was sold to a goy, nachri vadi lav bar vasita yosher v'atov. For the goy, he doesn't have the din that he's going to do him a toiva. It's not an obligation on the nachri not to sell to the bar mitzvah. But shamuti vadi meshamtir, we put the Jew into cherem. Adam makabel like kol onsi das lemechamse. We pay him a fine because we want to prevent selling to a nochri. What about mashkanto lesber mishum din bar mitzvah? He sold a piece of land that had previously been used as a mashkon. Again, the bar metzora doesn't have any claims there. A certain wise man of Masamachsi told me, my mashkenta de shchuna gabei. He's dwelling there. The word mashkanta comes from him dwelling there. Why do we care where the word came from? My nafkamina, ladina de bar metzora. He has a certain kinyan, and if you're machzik in the mashkon, you consider that you're the rightful owner. Now, lim kor barachok. If he sold this field, kedei legal the car because he wants to buy a field closer to him, or barak kedei legal biyofe, he's selling it because it's bad because he wants to buy better. So then, less maybe should do the bar metzora. The bar metzora cannot interfere in the sale. Or if the sale is lekarga, he has to pay taxes. Or lemezoini, he has to pay for mezoinos. He's selling the field, he has to pay mezoinos for his wife or children. Or lekvura, he's selling the land because he has to buy a kever. So then the bar metzora cannot interfere in that sale. Less by mishudin the bar metzora. Lekarga lemezoini lekvura mezavnina b'loach rasta. For these things you have to sell right away. There's no din of achraza that you have to announce like 90 days before. And if he sells the field to a woman, or liyasme, or l'shutfi, less ba mishum din bar metzora. Now let's say shchenei ha'ir, he has neighbors in the city, and some are shchenei sadet, some are neighbors to his field. Shchenei ha'ir koidmi. The neighbors have precedence over the field. What about shochen v'tamid chacham? He has a neighbor, which is the bar metzora, and the tamid chacham is koidim before the bar metzora. Karav v'tamid chacham, he has a relative or a tamid chacham koidim. So iboile shochen v'karav mai. What about a neighbor and a relative? Toshma, tov shochen karav me'ach rachok. What about Hani Zuzi Tavi Vani Tkulim? One has good money, one has bad money. So then you can take the good money and less pay Mishum Din and Bar Metzora. He can prefer somebody who has good money. Hani Tsari Vani Shah, sorry. Money that was collected and money that was free. Less pay Mishum Din and Bar Metzora. Again, he has a right to take the cash. If he says, listen, wait, I'll give you better cash, you don't wait for him, even if he's the bar metzora. If you have somebody who has cash on the barrel. If he says, listen, I'm going to go get money. Chazina. He's a powerful guy. That who the azul might see zuzi natrinan lay, then we wait for him. Vilo lo natrinan lay. But if not, we don't wait. You have a field and you have a house. He wants to sell one of them. Mori ara ma'akev amori bati. The owner of the land can prevent the owner of the house to sell to somebody else. He has first right. But Mari Bati lo ma'akev amori da'ara. The guy who owns the house cannot prevent the guy who owns the land from selling the land. It's easier to move houses than the field. The land is owned by one person, and the palm tree is on the land by somebody else. Mari da'ara matzi ma'akev amori dekoli. The owner of the land can prevent the owner of the palms to sell. But Mari dekoli lo matzi ma'akev amori da'ara. The owner of the palms cannot prevent the owner of the land from selling. Ar labati v'ar lazar. What about the purpose for selling? One guy is selling land to buy a house, and the other is selling to buy seed. Yishuv odif, the sale for a house takes precedent. And lesba mishum dina bar metzra. Somebody is selling a piece of land and wants to buy a house. The neighbor doesn't have right of first refusal. He can sell to anyone he wants. Ifsik mishunisa or richa didikli. There's a row of either boulders or palm trees between one field and another. Chazina. We check. If the owner of the field can put in like one dune to touch the other, that creates enough advantage for him to have the field next door to him. But if they're completely separated, then he has no claim. Hani arba b'nei Mitzrani. There were 4 different people surrounding a field in the middle. They were all the bar metzra. The kadim chad minai v'zavim. One of them went and bought that middle field. Zvina zvinu. It's a sale and they can't stop it. The ikula asubadi adadi. If they all came together to buy pluga boba kanzol, they divided into 4 triangles. And each neighbor gets a triangle that's next to their field. Okay, stop here. So tonight, it's Sorba's at 8:30. And Mincha's at 7:55. And tomorrow we'll learn at 8:30 the Daf Yomi.
Okay, great.
Have a good one, Walter.
What time? What time tomorrow?
Tonight, 8:30, and tomorrow, 8:30 Daf Yomi.
Okay. By the way, the Steiner Bar Mitzvah is very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
But I don't understand how a woman has the first right over a Bar Mitzvah.
She's normally doesn't involve herself with men and with sales, so it's an unusual event. So,
But it's not even his wife.
No, yeah, we're talking about somebody else.
Yeah, it's crazy.
woman
It's
has
an
a-
unbelievable halacha.
Overrides the bar mitzvah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you later. Put your name in for Mincha.